This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I am delighted to be joined by heavyweight talent Solomon Dacres for the first time in 2022. Sol, firstly, Happy New Year. I hope you had a good one. Did you get up to much?
Yeah, Happy New Year, mate. Not really, just chilling, man. Just, quiet one in the house. I'm not really one to go out and party too much,
I'll take your word for it, Sol. Obviously coming into the new year now, I know you're just kind of recovering from your shoulder surgery. Just talk about how all of that went.
Yeah, it went well, just found I got a little tear in the rotator cuff and a few other little issues, but all cleaned up now. Get it right so that going forward, I'm 100%. So should be coming back definitely a lot stronger.
How would you reflect on your 2021?
Yeah, it was a good start. I didn't get my debut till, halfway through the year. I think it was June, due to delays with the board and such. But then I got 3 fights out in the 6 months. So finished the year 3-0. Got myself a decent win with Sokolowski to finish the year. And, it's a good starting point.
So the Sokolowski win in particular, it's one which it can go under the radar. It's a very good win because those who will know about Sokolowski, he's had a fair few fights in his career where you should say he should have been on the end of the win instead of a defeat. His record can be deceiving. And for somebody that was only your third fight, how happy were you to get a name like that on your record so early on?
Yeah, it was good. Like I believe in myself anyway. I knew I'd get the job done, but I know that he's one of those guys that you've got to get in there and perform. Otherwise, he can take a few scalps. You look when he fought me, fight before me, he fought Adelaide.
Yeah.
People say he won that fight. Fight straight after me, he fought George Fox, and he did win that fight. So me right in the middle. So he wasn't lacking in any form. He was, he's practically got wins either side of fighting me, and I made it look routine, to be honest. So it just shows where I'm at.
If you could have critiqued your performance in that, the one thing I think people wanted to see was you maybe put your foot on the gas a little bit more. Was that something is that maybe something you was a little disappointed in at all?
Yeah, I got the engine. I could have put the foot on the gas more, but like you see now, I've had that shoulder surgery. My shoulder was, wasn't 100%. I knew for the fight a good couple of months. I sparred twice, the week before. So I was a bit wary about the gas tank, even though it was good for the rounds. I was a bit wary because I didn't know much sparring. And I also damaged my thumb in the second round as well. So left side was about just getting through the fight, but got myself through it nicely and got the job done.
And that's it. You did get the job done. You got the win. So you come into this year now looking at fresh names, fresh opponents. What is the plan? Have you spoken to SJAM, your management, about how you want the year to play out?
Yeah, we've had a little look. We firstly get my shoulder sorted. So then should be looking to get back out about April time, get one under the books. And then by the end of the year, we want some sort of, decent name or a little title, maybe an English title or something like that. By the end of the year would be good. Something a step up now, not too much waiting around. I know it's only early in my career, but I'm ready to go on to a bit better things.
Is there anyone you look at them when you say a step up who you think would fall into that category, who you'd like to see potentially put to you?
Anybody, I'm not bothered, man. Someone with, undefeated record would be good. There's a few guys on Matchroom's cards with undefeated records early on that I'm confident in going up against. You got to fight these guys, your Babiches, Fabio Wardleys, guys like that. Other prospects, and I'm happy to just, face them and then just put myself ahead of them because I believe I am, good to become a world champion.
Babic is an interesting one. He's made it clear that he has his intentions to drop to Bridgerweight, but I'm sure if a certain offer was made to him, he'd consider it. What do you make of Alen Babic firstly as a fighter?
He's an entertaining fighter, and he's exciting. Look at his last fight; he was nearly gone, then he come back and stopped the guy. So it's entertainment. It's good to watch. He's an out-and-out heavyweight. I don't know, but he tries. His game. So fair enough. He's got the heart of one, but I think a certain level of heavyweight will show the difference.
When you said certain level of heavyweight, you've mentioned him as a potential fighter for yourself to face. How do you think a fight between the pair of you would play out if you were to clash?
Yeah, obviously it would have to be like a 10 or 10 rounder at least. I'm confident in the ring with anybody. I'm different level to these guys, so just gotta show it myself. I don't like to talk too much, but I'll show it in the ring.
I mean, another name which just kind of crept into my head was somebody like maybe a Nick Webb. Nick fell short against Fabio Wardley. He's got a couple of defeats on his record, but certainly at that British level is well competed at. Would he be somebody you'd consider?
Yeah, someone like that as well. He's experienced. You know, he's had a few tough fights, but he's still got the experience. So it's something I could still gain something from that fight. You know, he's got a bit of a name about him. People know Nick Webb, so that's another good one.
I mean, so I know you mentioned your ambitions to become a world champion. You're young, up and coming through from a British scene, but then you look at the world scene currently. You obviously got AJ, Tyson, Dillian Whyte there, Joe Joyce waiting for his opportunity as well. It's exciting times to be a British heavyweight.
That's it. You know, last few years British heavyweights has been on top. You know, Usyk's obviously got the belts at the minute. Let's see what happens in that rematch. Fury's got the other belt, but eyes are on the heavyweight scene in Britain. You know, it's always been America. Now it's really Britain in this era, I think.
Would you have any interest in facing Johnny Fisher, a fellow S-Jam fighter?
I don't know if they'd make that fight. You know, he's a good lad, Johnny. You know, sound kid and that. Obviously with my management, you know, friends are like, you know, good lad and that. So I don't think me and Fisher will be facing off anytime soon, but I'll fight anyone. I'm sure he'd give it a good go, you know. He's one of them. I'll have a good fight with him and we'd have a cheeseburger afterwards or something, you know. But I don't think me and Johnny will face off just yet, to be honest.
So just coming back from yourself, get your thoughts on a few things in the heavyweight division and in boxing. As we mentioned Tyson, we mentioned Dillian. They've obviously got their own issues going on with regards to purse splits and what have you. But with that fight, if we was to see Tyson and Dillian, what is your take?
I think Fury just will box his head off, to be honest. Too quick, too mobile, too agile, too much fast hands. You know, Dillian Whyte's a tough guy and that. But I think Fury just showed the levels.
AJ Usyk too, we're waiting for kind of a date to be announced for that. You'll know AJ from your time with GB. It seems to be people are just saying, going into this rematch, he needs to be more aggressive. I spoke to Fraser Clark earlier. Fraser said it isn't just about being more aggressive because the Usyks in the world, they're scientists of the sport, which I completely understand what he's saying. You know, they'll punish you if you are just reckless with it. How do you think AJ needs to approach the rematch with Alexander Usyk?
He needs to put his foot on the gas a bit. He does need to put his foot on the gas a bit more. But like you say, someone like Usyk, they feed off that kind of stuff. You know, they can make it even worse. So he's got to get that fine balance of putting it on a bit more, but still staying technical. But he has got to go a bit more dogged, to be honest.
There's obviously been a lot of reports and rumours he might be splitting with Rob McCracken again, somebody you'll know well. Yeah. What's been your thoughts on seeing those types of things be floating about?
You know, man, it's up to him at the end of the day, how he feels, what's going on in the team. You know, he's been with Rob since, you know, day one, really. So it's one of them. If he feels he needs a change, you know, only he can say what he feels like and how he feels things are going. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens.
So another fight I want to get your thoughts on is one Eddie Hearn said he wouldn't mind seeing Deontay Wilder and Wilder-Chisora. A mixed reaction online. Obviously, Derek said plenty of tough fights during his career. What's your thoughts?
I think Wilder would knock him out, you know, within about 6 rounds, to be honest. Because he just walks straight onto a big bomb, you know.
Away from that one, just 2 fights which are coming up, which are actually official. We can touch on Amir Khan and Cal Brooks. So what's your take?
Be interesting one to see where they're at. You know, we haven't seen Khan for a bit, you know, at his best, or Brook at his bit for a best. So we can't just see where they're at this point in their career, you know. To be fair, even though they're not in their prime, they're still on a sort of level playing field because they're both in the advanced stages. So they're both on the same level really. But be interesting just to see it, really.
Who do you edge towards?
I'm edging towards Khan a bit, you know. You know, Brook's been hurt badly with the eye a few times, you know. His punch resistance has gone down. I know Khan's been, you know, chinned with a one shots and that, but I don't know if Brook's the one to be giving those big shots like the Canelo one bomb, you know. So
away from that one as well, get your thoughts on Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Williams. So your thoughts, your take.
That'll be a good fight, you know. Liam Williams is one of them that he'll just come and stick it on you, you know, he don't care. And that'll be good to see how he goes up against Eubank, you know, the way he's adjusting under Roy Jones and You know, where Eubank thinks he's at. You know, he thinks he's world class. You know, he's at that world class level. Be a good hard fight, Liam Williams.
Well, so we're going to leave it there then. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate your time and I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Thank you for speaking to me in Boxing Social.
Nice one, bro. No worries, man. Catch you later.